their breakup. He's looking all well, shaved off his beard. Mm-hmm. He's hitting the gym, got a nice fresh haircut. Mm-hmm. And from the look of things, J-Lo, because of his new look, he's just deleting everything that has to do with her name and Ben Affleck. And so I just saw this article online, and guys are really going hard at J-Lo. Like, get over yourself,
that's
mama.
That's being petty, immature.
Yeah, like, Kwani, probably that's the reason Ben Affleck left you. Because you're kind of petty.
Yeah, petty, extremely
Yeah, like
petty.
why would you be mad because of somebody stepping up? Grooming, looking all fresh. Apparently, before you jump in, it turns out that she's mad because she feels like, that's what, the rumor mills are saying, she feels like he should have stepped up his grooming while he was with her, not after. You know what I mean? Like, why would you look so good and suddenly now you're hitting the gym, you're living a healthy lifestyle after we've broken up? So she feel like she was actually played?
No, first of all, the main reason you guys broke up was not because of his grooming. It was not because of how he looked. Because if you're with a person, you love them despite how they look. You wake up next
I don't know about that.
You wake up next to them in the bed. You don't expect them to have a full face of makeup on. You actually got to see the natural self, how they wake up and everything. And if you genuinely love that person, even in that state, you would like them. Even in the state where they're sick, block nose and everything, you would still love them.
I don't know.
But
I understand.
He's just going through, the usual cycle. Like when you break up, you mourn over the person, then you hit the gym and you look good.
But I actually kind of understand where she's coming from, because it's like, listen, if you're married, I want to experience the best version of yourself. You know what I mean? How is it that suddenly we've broken up and now you're out there, you're more active, you guys suddenly you started a podcast, now you even started growing your dreads, and then you're hitting the gym. It's like, what do you think I am? You cannot give me that version of yourself. That old version of yourself where you weren't taking care of yourself, you had like a bad diet, you're talking ratchety, da-da-da-da. I feel like you manipulated me to this whole thing. I don't deserve, like, who deserves, let me tell you, generally speaking, no one deserves to be with the lower version of somebody else. Before you get into a relationship, make sure you're dating somebody who's at the peak of their being. Like, they're eating healthy, they've got their money right, you know what I mean? They're out here, they've got a dope social network, they have friends, they have a social life, they're handling business. It's not like, why would you do this after we've broken up?
Let me tell you something.
What do you think I am?
Do you know that there's some people in life, when you actually meet them and start dating, it's beautiful, it's rosy and all, but there's certain doors that never open up, even when you're with those people. Until you leave those people or you break up, then you start noticing new things happening in your life. Seriously, there's some people who just give you some very good energy. No, it's not about how it's supposed to be. It's about just a natural way of spirits and vibration.
What's the idea of a relationship?
To build and grow together, of course.
What does growth mean? To make you the better version. Like, bro, if your woman is supposed to elevate you.
So yes,
she's supposed to motivate you to be dope.
Exactly.
You too, you're supposed to do that to her.
True.
So if you break up and then suddenly you see she's elevating, what does that mean?
Because someone else noticed something in you and started elevating you. What she's doing something that she wasn't doing. This new person is doing something that J-Lo could not do. You understand what I'm saying? If she was with this guy and she knew this guy is not, having those nice haircuts, there's something you're not really doing, you're not looking fresh, just tell me. Improve yourself, try to do this, even take me to some spa, surprise me. Clearly she did not do that, and this guy moved on and
maybe
realized,
she was doing it. How would you know? Maybe
she was doing it.
You know why she's pissed? She's pissed because I feel like she brought this up severally. There was a time when Ben Affleck had some mental, and I'm saying this respectfully, and I actually feel sorry for him. I felt like he was going through like a depression phase. He wasn't well collected. He was smoking a lot of cigarettes. His beards were just watchana, da-da-da. And I feel like the reason J-Lo is pissed is because they had this conversation before even the breakup.
It's
like now you're stepping up while you're not with me, because now people are thinking maybe I'm the reason you're looking like this. And that's messed up because she's got a brand to protect.
I get your point from that.
You know what I mean? Like, if I constantly tell you, Steph, step up, man, you should be a dope communicator. And then you're like, oh, Kev, and you know the people who stutter a lot. Like, for example, when you're on radio now, every time you're like, because I did, what was I thinking? And I keep on telling you, Steph, go read books, work on your communication skills. What are you doing? We need to step up, all of us. And then, let's say you dip. You decided to get off radio. And then you get another gig. You go to another station. Now now you're sounding
You're
so dope.
flowing.
I'll be mad at you because I'm like, why did you
Yo.
give me this version of yourself
You were
while
just
you were
here.
here at Spice? I trusted you.
I see that
Again, I would have to say it's the energy. You know, from what we've just learned from the lady about mental health, it's the energy in the room.
Yes.
Because the energy in the room can make you want to be your best version of yourself, or can make you actually feel like you're not being appreciated. It doesn't matter what you do. Maybe he was doing that before, but she didn't appreciate him.
Yeah.
And it reached a point where he was just there like, you know what, forget it. Even if I dress up, I don't dress up. You don't care. It's not what you're looking
But as
for.
a man,
You're looking at my brand image, and then it got to him and he started getting depressed. And now that he's out of that, he's out of the energy, he's out of the environment.
People can drain your energy,
he's
Kev, and
actually
make
like-
you feel worthless.
No,
You
you,
will
should,
even-
you shouldn't
you
be
will even-
susceptible. You shouldn't be
You
susceptible
shouldn't, but
to
it
people.
happens.
It
I know it
does.
happens,
Yeah.
but yo, cuz
People just make you feel.
if you're as wealthy as Ben Affleck, you've got such a massive brand, you've accomplished a lot of things. Clearly, you have a bit of self-awareness.
Yeah.
You know, you understand. You clearly. It's not easy to be a success. So if you've achieved a lot of things, that's why I don't like people who trash Trump, because I'm like, before you trash this guy and say he's a bad person, try and be a billionaire. See how that turns out. You know what I mean? Like, he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Let's just give him his flowers. Even Ben Affleck, for you to achieve all those things in Hollywood, surely you must have figured out some things in life.
But
You know
at
what I
the
mean?
end of the day, you always have that point of view that is vulnerable, that point of view that is insecure. And if your partner is not helping you, you know, build that part of
Yeah.
you, but instead is making it worse, you're gonna go downhill. Like, I'm actually not surprised, because I've seen a lot of couples who've divorced and they come
then
out
they come with the
way
glowing
better.
and stuff.
Yes.
And there's also something very paramount that you said sometime last week, Kevin. You said, you know, sometimes after a breakup, you have that feeling of, okay, let me reignite myself.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you go hit the gym. Probably what he's trying to do, you know, those things that
Yeah.
I didn't do in the previous relationship. Can I try and bring them out so I'm a better person for the next person I meet or the person who I'm with right now?
Yes.
So he's hitting the gym, you know, he's exercising, eating well,
He's
having
healing
a clean.
himself.
He's healing.
But that's messed
Yeah.
up.
But another thing I don't understand: why the hell are you bothering with your ex?
That's
Leave
true.
your ex
No,
alone.
I don't think she
Yeah.
wants to reignite
Yeah.
the relationship. I don't think she wants to go back to
No,
it.
she still has feelings for the guy.
Nah, but you would have feelings for your ex-wife because you guys had a life. Bro, for example, your ex-wife, suddenly she's just the talk of town. She's thriving, looking all beautiful. You know what I mean? And all the whatever. You know, like, she's got details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is, even if she's single, whatever she's done, I don't even care. But I'm
Yeah.
like, why didn't you give me that version? I'm mad at you, not because I want you back,
But
because I didn't
because-
deserve that. I could have been with another woman. Why did you give me that version of yourself?
Because your
And I could have-
energy was
Yeah.
messed
you
up.
cannot
You
always
did
blame it
me.
on your partner, bro. You're mature. Like, cause if I'm not performing well at a certain gig, I can't be blaming you. I can't be blaming people around me. I'm an individual. I need to step up to the times,
Yeah,
to
but-
the plate,
but we
and
cannot-
make myself better.
I know, I get your point, and I think it's really, really, it's a very clear point. But at the same time, we cannot ignore that fact that some people just drain other people's energy. No
Yeah.
matter how much you try to be the best version of yourself,
Yeah.
the person is always going to bring you down, always going to, you know, tell you those things, just pull your emotions down. You're trying and you can't, so you stop trying.
Exactly.
When you stop trying,
Yeah.
then you end up looking like that.
I understand what you're saying, but
Yeah.
those people are
Yeah.
losers. The moment you leave, you let people decide your fate, how you look, your energy, you know how you go about every aspect of your life. I just think you're a loser. You're an individual. You need to have self-control.
No,
like,
you
everything
forgot
is
the fact that
you are an
J-Lo-
individual. Like, how are you gonna say it's because you gave me a bad energy, that's why I wasn't. I just think it's played out, man. Yeah, I used to think like that back in the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think like that, man. Trust me. Like, I used to think, oh, you know, it's because of he doesn't love me enough. Oh, for example, even like family. Let's say my dad, for example. That's
Yeah.
the common one for many young guys. You know, yeah, it's like, for how long are you gonna complain? For how long? He's always going to be your dad. My dad used to be so strict, military style, because he's a former military guy. You know what I mean? He was a beast. But at some point, I was like, especially the older I grew,
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing complaining about my pops? Like, what? I can determine my own life. Even with him being so strict, I can I can be positive. I can look so dope. I can constantly buzz. I can be happy. I don't have to feel like, I'm suppressed. And when I realized that I had that power in me, life was so beautiful, you guys. I even loved him more. So I'm just like, you should never, ever be like, yo, fam, there's some people, man, who are married, they've been married for like 40 years. And now this guy said that he stopped playing sports because of his wife. Actually, you stopped looking all fresh and going to the gym because of your wife is giving you a bad vibe.
But let me even just...
You're stupid. You're a loser.
Kev, let me give you a quick example of what really happens even in relationships.
Yeah.
You meet this girl, you met her, she's fine, she's beautiful. You saw her from across the room, you approached her, you love the way she just did her fashion and everything. You guys are in a relationship. You know, even at night, you know, she puts on lingerie for you. She's trying to look sexy for you to give you that feel like this is the person.
Yeah, that's what it is.
3 months down the line, she's always in her stockings. She's always in some weird looking rompers and jumpers. She's not trying anymore. She stopped. She's used to it. Yeah, she's comfortable. I already got, you know, Kev is already
going to affect you?
Huh?
Is that
it's going to affect me big time.
Why does it have to affect you?
Because I want to feel the sexiness that I was attracted to. You're not just going to live your life like that. You know, you used to wake up in the morning because you know you want that morning fresh breath. You go brush your teeth, come back, we make out. Now it's just like, you know, you're just there and blah, blah, blah.
Looking all basic.
Yeah, and you know, we're not trying to say that you've changed, but you're not even trying to keep up with the times. You're not interesting anymore. You're not really giving it any strength. You're just basic.
But on the other hand, you do realize that people evolve. Like who I was yesterday is not who I'm going to be tomorrow.
True.
So because people evolve, you're always looking at the version that I was, not the version that I am. So you're missing out on the things that I'm going. Life is a roller coaster. I could be at my peak when you met me, and then suddenly I start going downhill. And now you want me to be who I was before, but you're not helping me get to where
Why do I have to help you?
No. But I agree with you on that. But if I met you at your peak, darling, that's not your peak. You better keep on going to the higher peak.
Thank you.
We are not going behind. We're not going back.
So you can't say evolve. That's
improve
devolve.
yourself. Yeah, that's devolve.
That's devolve. You can't you can't evolve backwards. Huh?
There's several things that can happen in life. You know, you could lose your job. You like menopause kicks in, or maybe you just like hormones are going.
You see, that's the other problem
You're
I have.
Feeling yourself,
when people start,
health.
even that menopause thing.
Yeah.
When people start aging, just because you're aging doesn't mean you have to slow down.
Yeah.
Just because you're aging doesn't mean now you stop feeling all like
all the fun.
You know, all the fun. You need to stop going out. Just because you're aging doesn't mean you need to stop dressing well.
Yeah.
Surely, like your partner deserves that version of you.
Exactly.
And you can't say, "Oh my God, he's never around. He's never around. Therefore, I'm not inspired to even look sexy."
Yeah.
You're going to be single soon.
You know, actually, when you mentioned about aging and not looking good, I'm like, that is actually a strong thing, because I've seen people who were single, they were in a relationship, they got married the first few times, they looked good. Now, they're wearing like those, what do you call them? I know Chidera. Yes. They're wearing that around. The hair's not been done for days. The nails not been. I'm like, geez,
so
what
if my girlfriend
happened
starts wearing
to
the
you?
Dera, I'm just like, no.
And I'm like, okay, there's some people who get
stop trying.
too comfortable.
People stop trying, bro.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, how are you reassuring your partner? It goes both ways. If I stop trying, you're not going to come and bash at me and be like, oh, you're not who you used to be. You're not dressing how you used to be. No. Start with a nice conversation. Hi. Have you gotten your nails done? Have you gotten your hair done? You know, as a guy, I'd be like, oh, you know, let's go to the barber shop. When was the last time you got a nice massage on your head? Got your beard trimmed? You see, now you're starting to slowly push them back to the level that they used to be. Be like, let's take a walk. You can't push them to the gym immediately. Like, let's take a walk around, enjoy what the neighborhood has to offer, see other things. You gradually start to build back to where you guys want to be. But if you come at me, bashing me, telling me I don't look like this, I don't do this anymore, I don't do that anymore, and I'm just there like, okay, so now you're bringing me down.
That's what I was saying.
Because you don't know what I'm going through at the same time. So you expect me to build you up when I'm low. Nah, in a relationship, like I said, there's highs and there's lows in your life personally. If someone is not there for you in your low time to help build you up, don't expect me to always be on my high, and don't take me at my high, because like I'm gonna be like, you weren't there at my low. Get away.
But that's why I respect J-Lo. How she's doing her thing. She's like, yo, if you don't want to step up, don't put it on me.
But that's now brand.
But even I feel like that's just her natural standards. You know, I don't even like that word brand. I think people just, honestly speaking, like, don't ever let your partner slow you down. If you're listening to this conversation, don't ever slow down because your partner's giving you bad vibes. You keep on having high standards. You're an individual. You came here alone. Maybe that's the only part where I can be like, J-Lo, now you're tripping. Why would you be mad at somebody and you're an individual? But at the same time, listen, if you're going to get into a relationship with somebody who considers herself to be like a 10, J-Lo is like a sex model. Icon. She's a sex icon. That's like dating Beyonce. If you're dating Beyonce, fam, if you're dating Asher Raymond, let's talk about people who are considered, 50 Cent, people who are considered to be sex icons.
That's what they'll ever be.
Yeah, but you gotta mash their energy, man. Ben Affleck had no reason. If you had no reason dating J-Lo, if you're gonna start looking raggedy, man. You know what I mean? Listen, if I'm who's considered to be like a sex icon in this country? Let's say Huda. You know what I mean? If I go and date Huda and then I'm there looking all messed up and worn out, she's gonna leave me. And then eventually now I'm stepping up after the relationship. She'd be like, "What is wrong with you?" Like, if you're getting into something legit with people who are high level, please match their energy. Otherwise, don't date them.
You know, a relationship I actually like is Ryan Reynolds and his wife. They know in their low times, in their high times, they're always constantly there with each other. They're always constantly building each other and growing each other. And that's something that J-Lo missed out on. You know, she's had this whole perspective where she's a sex icon, like you said. She always looks good. But her husband was going downhill. But she didn't do anything to bring him back up. Instead, he went through depression. For you to go through depression, it means someone is not... And is enabling the environment, like we just learned about it. But if she actually helped him, you know, he's like, okay, I look good, but how about I help you? Most of the pictures that you have, most of the pictures she has, she's always in the gym alone.
Yeah. One thing we also need to know, that lady has also stressed this guy out.
How would you know?
Yeah, there's so many stories that are out here. I just don't want to dive into that situation. We're talking about, you know, trying to complement each other in a relationship. There's so much stress that she's taken that guy through. Then infidelity, you know that, right?
I'm assuming he approached her. He's on holiday, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably he stole her away from a situation. You know, he's Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
You know, she was stuck in a ways, like, you know, Steph was saying, Jenny from the block.
He shouldn't have hollered.
Yeah, you know, so you pull out someone from a situation where, you know, they're for the streets and you kind of want to wife them. And at the same time, this guy's a celebrity. He's making money as you. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't see the celebrity relationships really working. They always last a year and then it's out.
Me, I'm just like, yo, if you're gonna date Beyonce, you better have that Jay-Z energy, man.
Yeah,
that's all I'd say. You better have,
or probably more than that,
or even more than that. Look fresh 24/7. Work on yourself. You know, hit that gym, learn those skills, get your bag. Otherwise, if you start telling a baddie, if you start telling a shorty who's like a 10 out of 10, oh, you're supposed to help me when I'm on my low, you just you sound like a loser, man.
Yeah,
guys are gonna laugh at you when you go to if you go to like a rich social circle, like in a Grant Cardone type guys. You think Grant is gonna chill with me if I'm looking all lazy and all stressed out? He's gonna be like, yo, I don't need that energy in my circle.
But at the same time, you need to remember that you are a partnership. You're meant to work together as partners. If you're low, I pull you up. If I'm low, you pull me up. And if you look at relationships out here, just like forget the celebrity world, here on the ground, there's a lot of people who are going through similar situations, like, you know, J-Lo and Ben Affleck, who just need that person who they're with to help them out.
I understand what you're saying, but if you've worked through your way through life, if you've risen through the ranks, you're a 1%er. You're the top of the pyramid. You have no business taking your baggage to another 1%er. It's assumed that you've already done your work.
Yeah.
It's assumed that you're the full package.
You come whole.
That's why
come whole.
You're coming whole.
Yeah.
That's why, yo, if I'm gonna date some billionaire Russian, tall, skinny ass mama, Caucasian, daughter of like Putin's daughter.
Yeah.
Fam, you best believe I'm not taking stress to the table. I'm taking ideas. I'm taking growth. I'm taking worlds, imaginations.
Yeah.
You know, she's looking at me as somebody who's going to improve her
life. Yeah.
It cannot be her
liability.
You cannot be a liability if you're going to date a 1%er.
But how
I'm telling you,
you're
like, it's assumed you've done. You know,
it's like a whole life you've dusted.
You've done your therapy. You've gone to Hosi.
Come whole.
You know, you've done a full body checkup. You're not bringing diseases. You're not bringing extra marital affairs over there. Some baby that you got out of wedlock. No. If you're gonna date a 1%er, it's assumed, Steph, you're bringing your best version. World standards. I felt like what's his name? Ben Affleck dropped the ball. What do you bring to the table when you're dating Nani? What's the name? J-Lo. What are you doing? Go date who? Glorilla. Go date Glorilla. You have no business dating Beyonce.
You have to downgrade to Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm sorry. I'm a Jessilarius type people.
Yo, I love Jessilarius.
I don't like her. But yo, moral of the story. If you have high standards and you're looking at you see yourself dating some of the top people worldwide, please don't take your baggage to them. Because they're going to be mad. You wasted her time. She could have probably been with somebody else.
True.
You wasted her freaking time because her standards are high. She's a star. That's why I feel like it's going on anyway. It is what it is.
You know, you'd actually be surprised that these 1%ers are the ones with most baggage.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they carry a lot of baggage as well.
No, there's an actual 1% in life, guys. There
Yeah.
are people who've done the work.
Yeah.
Let's not redefine this thing. There's people who are so like they are at the peak of this human experience. You know how how they usually say, if for example, this all productivity content, be the best version of yourself. There's people who are living out their full potential.
Yeah.
They've worked on themselves. They're healthy. They've done therapy. They're eating good. They've read books. They have skills. They have papers. They have money. It's like they're actually there.
Yes, but they always have that one problem that they can't solve. They always have that one weakness. And just because they give you that version of themselves that's complete, that's healed, that's functioning well, you don't see the other version. And that other version is what your partner is there for. That other version is the one that when you probably get to know it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, you're as real as I am.
You're in a relationship where you're always...
You're right.
Yeah.
But,
I think I would enjoy a relationship where every day you guys are just peeling layers of new beauty things. Things that you can discover, like, oh, she's dope. Oh my God, she can paint. Oh, I can do this. And every day is like you're expressing and experiencing new things with your person. But nowadays, downshift.
I just feel like I would do that, what you're saying, when I'm in my 20s, 30s.
Right now?
When I get to my 40s, thank God for my shorty right now, bro. I feel like she's complete, man.
Yeah.
Well read. Constantly going for all these therapy things, like she doesn't bring any baggage to me. And I'm like, I never thought there's people like this. Yeah. I never thought, you know what I mean? And to me, it's also inspiring me because I don't have to I don't discuss problems with her because it's like in my head, she's brought out a version of myself that I was so scared to bring out. It's like, it's okay for you to actually grow and be such an elevated version of yourself.
Yeah.
And that's my reality.
That's beautiful.
Moving forward.
I'd say you're blessed.
I don't have to, fam, I'm not revisiting my past traumas. I have no time for that.
It's done.
I used to do those things, but I worked hard so that I could date people like her. I worked on myself so I can date them.
But for those people who have not worked hard to get to that point, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be real with yourself.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's a fact.
You could be like, okay, this is who I am.
But just be ready for the consequences. Be ready for the consequences. If you're being true to yourself, you tell your shorty all problems about your past, your boyfriend who's really high level, I promise you, at some point they're dipping.
This is how you see if they're actually there for you or if they're actually there for the version that you've created.
It's
like
true.
If Huda tells you right now, okay, this is who I am, this is who you see me as, and then on the side she tells you this is actually my problem,
I'm not going to date her because I'm like, I expect you at this age to have worked on certain things, Steph.
That's true, man.
At this age,
there's so
we're
much
getting to our 40s. I expect you to have worked on certain. I cannot go out with you and you start fighting with people.
Oh, okay,
for example,
that's a different.
I can't come to the
Or you're talking to some other lady and now she's walked up and she's coming there to blast
Steph,
you.
I'm from work and now you're not talking to me. Why? Why are you not talking to me? Why are you
So
mad?
mature.
Yo,
Okay,
really?
Yeah. There's some
At this
problems
age, you're not paying your taxes. At this age, you haven't even filed for your taxes.
Yeah.
We're not talking.
What do you expect?
Why are you in debt? You didn't even tell me. Now I'm supposed to pay your debt.
Yeah.
You have issues with your dad. What? Hit the highway. There's a better shorty coming in with lesser problems.
Yeah, whose mind is straight up.
It's been real.
It's been true.
We have talked for a while, and I know you know why.
I know why.
You guys,
You've been real.
Energy here. We're loving you guys. We're enjoying your company.
Totally.
Yeah.
But bye.
That's it. So, deuces, man.
Deuces,
We're out.
man. See ya.
We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back same time, same place. Hang out with CT and the whole gang in the morning for the Situation Room.
Yeah.
Awesome conversation that you don't want to miss out on. And then later on from 3 till 7, Spice Drive by Edward Quach. And of course,
the gang is going to be
gang,
back.
your favorite people from 7 till 10.
Absolutely.
Stephanie.
Yeah.
The very amazing Stephanie. Very opinionated.
Yes. Yeah.
Very chill.
Very chill, right?
Yeah, he's like the younger CT. I like CT. I think he's such a smart guy.
Yeah.
Yes. JP, brother man, smart individual. Kanye look-alike. Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
Where
And
did you guys
Mr.
get that from?
Literally.
That's what people say.
Yeah.
It's the fans. Didn't you read that comment?
It is.
Yeah.
It's so true. Even the way you dress. My gosh. But yes. Anyway,
That's on a personal self. My
you
gosh.
can always tune in with Kev, who always has something to say.
Now coming to the beast.
The beast,
Yeah,
yeah.
that no.
Yeah,
that no.
strong man,
Cuz-
strong
cuz-
man.
And then we've got Joe, our producer.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Joe, man.
Miss
Such
out
a
on
fresh
stand
guy.
today. Joe's been doing his
Such a
thing.
fresh guy.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. It's been real.
So, good night, man.
Love.
SpiceFM, Nakuru. Mellow Spice.